I've been putting off making this video for years. I don't know if it's because I am low-key afraid of the feedback or if some of these actually hurt my feelings, because some of them are accurate, things that I need to work on, and things that are negative about the playroom. I own and operate an indoor playground in St. Louis, Missouri, and I've been sharing my journey on social media, which means that I have a lot of eyes on my business. It is amazing as a business owner, but it also means that I get a lot of reviews. So today we're gonna be reacting to my Google and my Yelp reviews. I wanna be honest and say that I have pretty good review ratings on both apps. For a children's place, these are considered high numbers. Now that does not mean that we are perfect. That does not mean I don't get any negative reviews, because as you're going to see in today's video, I definitely do. We are gonna take it all the way back to 2022. If you guys see me looking off camera, it's because I am reading the review, but do not worry, I'm gonna put it on the screen for you guys. This was a cute place to take my little one. He had a nice time and it was clean and orderly. The biggest reason for the 3 stars, and the one that I had a hard time getting past, was the air fresheners throughout this place. I would return if they were removed. So, I guess I didn't realize how strong our air fresheners were. So since we are a child-focused center and most of the children that come in here are either wearing diapers or going through potty training, we do have some fresheners, air fresheners, like around this place. So sometimes when I get negative reviews, I try to catastrophize it. I think that this is the stinkiest, smelliest place that anyone's ever been. And before I started to do that, I was asking a few of my regulars as they came in what they thought, and they did inform me that the back air freshener was a little strong. I will also say this was during a time when we had a lot of plumbing issues, so we needed some stronger air fresheners in the area. But I would love for the next person to come in here to let me know what they think about the scent of Grandma's Playroom, because I think the scent of a store, of a location, of a venue is very important, and I want this place to, at minimum, smell neutral, but preferably smell nice. All right, let's go to 2023. Today was our first time visiting this place. My 2-year-old daughter had fun, and the lady at the front desk was very friendly. However, I wish they would require parents and kids to remove their shoes before entering the play area. So this is something that I see a lot in my comment section, or I do have 1 or 2 reviews about, but I have found that in general, the majority of my customers do prefer to keep their shoes on. We do a lot of birthday parties, we have a lot of grandparents, a lot of siblings. So for our community and for inclusion purposes, we do allow everybody to wear their shoes, or they can take their shoes off if they would like. And then once they take their shoes off, they can take their socks off as well. I know that's a little controversial also, but the reason people say it's controversial is because they're talking about like hand, foot, and mouth, and I find that if you're letting children in anyway, their hands and mouths are exposed, and a lot of times their feet are the cleanest things about them because their parents carry them most of the time to and from the car, so bare feet do not bother me. Allowing shoes to come into the space does mean that I have to do more cleaning, and I am fine with that, and it also means that there's going to be a community of people that do not want to come here because we allow shoes, and I'm okay with that too. I have found that I cannot be the perfect place for everybody, so I have to be the best place possible for me and my community, and we just find that shoes on is best for us. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments. Do you think that I should make people take off their shoes, which would then require me to reconfigure the playroom, because then we would need shoe cubbies, places for people to take off their shoes, or should we just continue the way we're doing it, leave our shoes on, and the people who are okay with that will stay? I was really long-winded. Ooh. Guys, let's go to 2024. We got a 2-star review. I feel like since we've read a few of those reviews, we've earned lunch. And lucky for us, lunch is sponsored today by Cook Unity. Cook Unity is a chef-to-you meal delivery platform. It connects you with hundreds of fresh, fully cooked meals made by award-winning chefs. Now, I like to think I'm a pretty good cook, but I'm not an award-winning chef. And being a business owner means sometimes eating lunch is just whatever I can find around the playroom. One thing I've really been enjoying is the variety of meals I can pick. With Cook Unity, you can choose from over 300 meals nationwide each week, and that includes over 25 different diets and global cuisines. It's my favorite way to try out new dishes I've been dying to try. I've been trying several different Cook Unity meals over the last few weeks, and my favorite thing is picking dishes that I probably wouldn't be cooking for myself, or honestly would just rather have an award-winning chef make for me. These are the meals I brought to work with me this week. Today I'm going with the Jam Down jerk chicken thighs, which leaves me with marry me chicken and turkey chili for later this week. I just heard the microwave beep, and honestly, that sounds like a great week of meals. Lunch is served. That's really good. As a business owner, a mom, and somebody who usually has to eat in between projects, it is so nice that this is one thing I didn't have to think about. So good. I can recognize the ingredients, and it took no time at all to cook. I know that this is an ad in the middle of my video, but this is actually my lunch today. I'm so happy. If you want to try out Cook Unity too, they're offering my viewers 50% off their first order. Click the link in my description or use code Sierra50 to get 50% off. Thank you, Chef Unity, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get to the rest of those reviews. This place was okay. I've been to better ones in the States. A little disappointed in the baby area. The mat was peeling, and that can be bad for a baby to swallow. Personally, I'd probably not come here again. We were on a road trip and needed some place for our kids to stretch since it was a rainy day. I think too, there was too many toys out. Studies show too many toys really overstimulate kids. I wish there was like an indoor climbing structure, like an actual indoor playground. It was very expensive in my opinion. For my under 2 and under 1, it was like $26. Not worth it. I'm used to places like Play Street Museum and other better quality places for cheaper. I am very appreciative of this review because this made me relook at our baby area that absolutely needed to be redone. I have a list of 20 million things that needs to be done in this playroom, and at any given time, they all switch in order of importance. And sometimes something like getting those mats done, as you can see from the picture, should have been put up to the top. And I kept putting it off because I thought other things were more important. And I was wrong. I completely agree with this review, and I've since replaced those mats. The other part of the review is that we did not have anything for them to climb. And I agree that we needed something. We had the old boathouse, which I loved, but they obviously couldn't climb it. And it was definitely a financial issue because these structures are very expensive. But one day, somebody reached out to me on Facebook. They showed me the Cedar Works. I'm gonna put it on the screen for you guys. And I love it. And I think we needed it. And that is why feedback like this is so important because of this review. I changed the baby area and added a climbing structure once the opportunity arose. Thank you, MT. Okay, one thing to note in that review is they said I had too many toys. So now let's go to a review I got in 2025. It said not very big variety of toys to pick from and child got bored in an hour. So this is just a great representation of how you can be one venue and have two different people experience it differently. So whereas these reviews are so important for me to look through because it's valuable customer feedback, I do have to remember that two people could be in the same building and one person could think I have too many toys and one person could think I do not have enough toys. So you have to, as a business owner, weed through these and find the valuable information that you can use. But I really love to see what people think. I wish these reviews would say how old their kids were. I feel like that'd be really helpful. I am a little, okay, this review from 7 weeks ago is another reason why I was so afraid to film and post this video. As I stated earlier, I've been sharing my journey on social media, which means I have a lot of eyes on my business, which means I get a lot of phone calls. I'll have to pull up my Google statistics, but it's like a crazy amount of phone calls that we just wouldn't be able to answer otherwise. We could do automated systems. There's a lot that goes into it, but because of the way it works out, we just get a lot of prank phone calls. So sometimes we will get, I'm not kidding, 50 to 75 prank calls in a day. It is detrimental to the business because my customers can't call. They're tying up the phone lines. We don't know what's considered a real reservation, what's considered a fake reservation. Doing reservations online makes me even more scared of fake reservations. It's a little nerve-wracking. So let's dive in to this review from 7 weeks ago and then we'll talk about it. I called Grandma's Playroom twice today. My phone was not working the first time, so I hung up. The second time, I asked what time they closed because I wanted to take my kid. They did not say anything and they hung up the phone. Confidently, I say customer service is terrible. So here's another one from 2024. I called on a weekday to see what time they closed because I wanted to bring my child and I spoke with one of the workers. I said, what time do you close? They said 3. And I said, I am so sorry. I called, they said for what? In the most rude voice I had ever heard. I said it was 3:30 and you guys close at 3. And they were like, okay. And then they hung up. Beyond rude. Another one from 2024. Felt like the workers were very rude. They were very quick to assume you're prank calling when in reality you're trying to make a reservation. Would not recommend visiting. This is so difficult because I try to train my staff on acting like every single phone call is a real phone call, but we have caller ID, so we can see when like one person calls 6 times in a row. We can hear when people are using very fake accents. The Southern accent is one of the kids' favorites to use when they're pranking. We just get these influx of calls. I would like to say that we're 100% perfect when we know which ones are pranks and which ones we don't know. We are never rude to anybody calling us, I would like to think. But if you call over and over and over and over again, we will assume that it is then a prank call because normal people calling to make reservations won't call us more than 2 times. So could some of these be the kids who pranked me leaving negative reviews? Absolutely. Could these also be people that were calling for real and that we thought they were a prank call, so maybe we didn't handle the call correctly? Absolutely. I am actively and constantly looking for ways to improve our customer service, our phone calls, and how to ensure our customers are not getting the short end of the straw because of all the prank calls we get. And now we're gonna end the video with a few of my favorite reviews that I've gotten recently. This one was from 6 weeks ago. We were on vacation and it has been a great experience. My daughters loved it and the people are so nice. Great experience. And then this one from 5 weeks ago. So clean and so much to do for the littles. The staff is on top of cleaning and organizing. We love coming to Grandma's playroom. They also throw great parties. So I am so grateful that our reviews are as nice as they are. I find that the 5-star reviews are amazing to read, but the 4, 3, and 2-star reviews are the ones that I can grow from the most. Owning Grandma's playroom has been a dream, and I'm so glad that I get to work with the community, and I'm so glad I get to see their feedback, and I can't wait to see what reviews we get. And I'm so nervous about what this video is going to do. If you guys like this video where I'm just sitting down talking to you guys about the business, please give it a thumbs up. And if you loved this video, I would love it if you would subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what other videos you guys would like to see. This was very different from me. I'm more of like a vlog girly, but the sit down videos where I get to talk about my business is some of my favorite things. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and don't forget, wash your hands. Bye guys.